Hi guys, it's Sophie. So before we start today's haul, I just have a couple of disclaimers for you guys. The first one is I have a new lens which I got for Christmas, so hopefully things look a little bit better for you, a little bit clearer, but I'm very much getting used to it still, so if things are a little bit out of focus or they don't just look quite right, then just bear with me because I'm still playing around. The other thing is I have a new microphone because sound is something that I've had sort of brought up by a fair few of you. I really hope that the sound is better, but again, I'm really still learning it, so if it's not quite there yet, or if things sound a little bit odd, just please bear with me. I'm just practicing and getting to grips in these next sort of few videos. And then the very last thing is just I have a stinking cold, which you can probably hear, but I really wanted to film this in December and get it out before the new year, because I have a fair few videos that I want to film on the edge of the new year, and I don't want to do a Christmas book haul mid-January. It just feels a bit weird, so I thought I'd get it all done now. So I was really lucky to receive some books from family and friends for Christmas, and a couple that I've sort of got for myself for Christmas. So I just wanted to show you the one. I'm really excited about all of them. The first one is the one I got myself, and I'm actually halfway through this one, and it is Packing for Mars by Mary Roach. I read Grunt by Mary Roach earlier on, I think it was in November, which was talking about how all the different ways in which soldiers are sort of kept alive in war zones. This one is about sort of space science. It's particularly focusing on the human elements of sort of space exploration, particularly Mars, which is really interesting so far. I'm halfway through. Yeah, I've got another 250 pages left to go of this one, but I've been reading this one over Christmas. And then the next one I've actually already finished, and this one is Multitudes by Lucy Caldwell, and this is a collection of short stories that I heard some really good things about at the beginning of the year, and just for whatever reason didn't get around to picking it up straight away. I think I couldn't find it in my local bookshop, and my mum knew I'd been looking for it and found this one for me online, and yeah, I'll talk about more in my December wrap-up about positive things. And then my brother's got me some things, so I have The Fates and the Furies by Lauren Groff. This is one that, again, I'd heard about throughout the year and just hadn't jumped onto that bandwagon. I think the paperback copy is absolutely stunning. I love this cover. I did love the hardback too, but just the colours, that blue is so strong. I don't know anything about this. I'm going to try and go in pretty blind, but hopefully I get on with it, because it's one I've heard lots of people just sort of murmuring good things, and I want to be part of that sort of sound. And next I have American Pastoral by Philip Roth. I've never read any Philip Roth before, but he's one of those people, again, I sort of heard little bits and pieces about, and just wanted to have a try at. And this book follows a family in the 1960s who are sort of living a really idyllic American dream life, when sort of this odd tragedy strikes in that they find out that one of the daughters is engaging in acts of political terrorism. So it sounds really cool. I absolutely love the cover as well, that burning house is just gorgeous. And yeah, I just really wanted to jump in. I think this is a new one of his. Let's have a quick peek. No, this is in 1998, I'm totally wrong. It's just been republished in 2016. But yeah, so hopefully I get on with this one, and I'll let you guys know what I think of him. There's a couple of other authors similar to this I just want to get to soon, and I'm going to be picking those up sort of throughout 2017. The next one's one that a lot of people can't believe I haven't read yet, and that's Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is the 3D cover, which is really cool. So it comes with these little glasses, and the cover itself is 3D. I don't know if I can show you, I don't know if the lens probably won't let me, but yeah, so basically it's 3D, that's kind of cool. And this is just one that lots of people have said to me you need to read this, or you'll relate to some of the ideas in this book, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I understand it's political, and I don't know if it's apocalyptic, but anyway, apparently there's some things in here that I will agree with, so whatever that says about me, I think I really ought to just get around and read it. It's a bit like 1984, I only read that, was that last year, and people have gone on about that one to me for ages, so I'm really hoping that I do enjoy this one, and I can finally see what it is people are thinking is very me about this book. And the next one I have is a Jonathan Safran Foer, and this is Everything is Illuminated. I very recently read Here I Am by him, and I'll talk about that more in December wrap up as well, but I liked it, but I didn't love it, but I've heard that potentially his older books are better, so yeah, I'm really interested to get into this one. I think the cover's really cool as well. I don't know what it is, it just really appeals to something about my sensibility. I don't even know what they are, they might be rocks or something, but anyway. I like it, and I think there's enough about his writing I did enjoy that I'm really looking forward to like seeing what other stuff he writes about. I think Here I Am was potentially a little bit too ambitious, so we'll see how he does in sort of shorter form, and again I'll chat more about Here I Am in my December wrap up. And the next one is one that I was really kindly sent by Acacia from Acacia Ives. If you don't know who she is, then her channel will be linked down below, and please do go and check it out. And that one was The People Who Watched Her Pass by Scott Bradfield. I've never heard about this book at all. From what I can see from like the back, it's about a little girl who's 3 who gets taken and kidnapped, and it's all told in her perspective, so that's sort of like 3-year-old perspective. It also mentions that it's kind of like David Lynch and Pynchon-esque, so really weird, like those things, I don't know if they fit in my head, but yeah, so never heard of this one. I'm just looking forward to like jumping in and seeing what I think, and how I get on with it, and yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. It's pretty short as well. It's only, how many pages is that, like 250, blimey, not even that, 146, so it's a really tiny little one, and I do quite enjoy sort of child narration stuff, so yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to this one, but I think I'm probably going to enjoy it when I do. I think you can see my nose is just getting redder and redder as I'm like losing my makeup as I do this video. You'll better feel special that I'm recording in such a horrible state. Right, so another couple that my brothers have got me, and then that's the end. So the next one is one that I'm really excited to get to, and that is To the Bright Edge of the World by Eowyn Ivey. This is the author who wrote The Snow Child, which I absolutely loved, and I've been like on the edge of my seat for this book since I heard it existed. It's about a man who is sort of like an explorer exploring Alaska, but also it's letters, I think, back to his wife, and it's kind of magical. It's that sort of like cold and icy and woods and like all of those nice things, like and all the things I think I loved about The Snow Child, but just like a bigger, denser book. Like it's pretty big and fat, and yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. I'm going to try and read it when it's still cold out. I think it's the kind of thing you need to read like curled up rather than like in the summer, so probably going to be a January or February one for me, but I'm so excited to just jump in. I'd do it now if I could. And then the last book I have to show you is Zadie Smith's Swing Time, and this is another one that like I just really want to dive into. I'd read an NW and On Beauty by Zadie Smith and really liked both, but in different ways, and I think what appealed to me so much about Swing Time is that she said that she was kind of supposed to be writing something else, and then she's just started writing Swing Time, and I think that sounds like the kind of book I'd want to read. Like if you feel like you can't help but write it, that feels like it's something that you should be reading, and it's just really nice to see like a really nice sort of well marketed, like buzzy new release from like a female author of colour. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this one, and not sure when I'm going to get to it because I don't think it's necessarily like a wintry thing, so I might save it and keep some excitement bubbling on through my TBR. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to chat to you about it at some point soon when it's still sort of relevant. So before I go and collapse into a heap, because clearly I need to, I just wanted to chat to you really quickly because today is the last day of 2016. And I'm ill, which actually works quite well because I'm not going out and doing anything tonight. New Year can just happen without me. I'm not going out and getting drunk in any form. I'm just going to sit in bed. But I am trying so desperately to hit my Goodreads goal. I've read 199 of 200 books, and I have 2 things I could read. The one I'm currently working my way through is The Ministry of Guidance Invites You Not to Stay by Human Majid, and this is a story about an Iranian man and his family who are like Iranian American basically. So he's like Iranian, he's married an American woman, his kid is then mixed race, and has dual nationality, and it's about them trying to stay in Iran for a year, and like all the pitfalls of like this like Western woman who's like never been like anywhere near a country like Iran, like trying to fit in, and like how their kid is learning about like, the difference between their cultures and stuff. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's non-fiction, and I have like 120 pages of this one, or I have, give me a minute, or I have Packing for Miles, which again has like 120 pages left. So one of the 2 of these non-fiction reads will be my last read of 2016, which is kind of mad, and I have 11 hours. I have 11 hours to finish one of these 2 books. It's only 150 pages, but I am dying. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish filming, I'm going to edit this video super quick and just get it out there for you guys, and then I've got to get on this, because if I get to 199 books in 2016, I do not know what I'm going to do it myself. Hopefully you're all well. Hopefully you have read as much as you want to read in 2016 and you aren't racing towards that finish line like I am. hopefully you aren't ill with lurgy, and you're all well and happy and feeling fresh and ready for a new year. But yeah, I will talk to you guys really soon.